Keith Collins. I came to Kidz Harbor February of 2010. I stayed here until I graduated in 2012. Growing up, we had a lot of financial difficulties. Moved around quite a bit with my mom and my two brothers. And I guess eventually, it was just too much for my mom to handle by herself as a single mother. So her sister, my auntie, and my uncle, her husband, took us in when I was 14 years old, I want to say. Me and my older brother stayed with our auntie and uncle, while my younger brother stayed with our mom. But we stayed with our auntie and uncle until we was 15. And everything was going good. Everything was going good. But everybody, everybody has things going on, and these two kids coming into their lives, they wasn't really prepared for that. And they did the best they could themselves to, take care of us. But all that that transpired ended up with me and my older brother having to go into Child Protective Services. My first week here at the Harbor was just getting adjusted to a different life, just getting adjusted to new people. But it didn't take long before I got acclimated to everything, and I became pretty friendly with a lot of people pretty quickly. I felt safe. I felt comfortable here because I didn't have to worry about where I was gonna stay. I always knew I had a meal coming, so just those things really set my mind at ease. Miss Tina, she was definitely very, adamant about making sure that we have as much of a normal teenage life. So she was always, she was always, working and to make sure that I'm able to do things. I was able to play football, basketball, track. Also got to do powerlifting. I was able to go to prom twice. Another thing I was able to do here was get my driver's license. I didn't even know what I was doing for a while. I didn't, they just tell us to get up and put some clothes on. I'm like, okay, what's going on? Come to find out, I was working towards getting my driver's license. Miss Nelson, I remember, she took me to the DMV and she let me use her car. I appreciate that because I didn't know how that process worked neither. But yes, Miss Nelson, she let me use her vehicle and she trusted me with her car. I was like, okay. All right, Miss Nelson, I don't know how well I am at driving, but we're gonna find out. But yeah, I was able to do a lot while I was here at Kidz Harbor, for sure, during high school. It prepared me to be able to take care of myself, be able to handle situations where if I didn't really have, somebody around, I was able to navigate those situations by myself. After I left from Kidz Harbor, yes, I went to Sam Houston State University in Huntsville, Texas, and where I graduated with my bachelor's in history and my minor in mass communications. After college, it was a little tough period in my life. I was graduating from college at the time, and then my mom, she told me that my little brother needed somewhere to stay for like 2 weeks. That ended up turning to like 2 years. But at the same time, I'm just graduating from college myself. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, where I'm going to go. And I was willing to, do whatever it took to, have him have the experience that I wanted, So we didn't expect ourselves to be in Child Protective Services. So I was, you know, just doing my best to not see him have to go through that as well. So I was just trying to, some would say, break the cycle of us going into Child Protective Services. I was able to find a job, not in my field, but I was able to find a job. Eventually I did find one working for this tech company in Houston called Neuro. It was cool working there, being just, I guess, at the forefront of a lot of new technology and being able to put my hands on a lot of things. And just never thought I'd even be in that spot in my life, to be honest. It's like, wow, you know, sometimes I think back like, oh, I really came a ways, you know. So I always try to, you know, I always try to stay, I guess, grateful for, you know, for everything that all the opportunities I have came to me in life, so.
As you just heard from Keith's heartfelt story, when you sow into Kidz Harbor, you sow into the lives of kids that will make an impression for generations to come, preparing them to not only be amazing members of society, but also to have a lasting impact on others. Kidz Harbor, helping the abused and abandoned children of Texas.